Hi guys, it's Tony with Geek Designs, and we're going to be taking you through a tutorial today. Today we're going to be doing InDesign again, and today we're going to be showing you how to add images into InDesign. So here we have this brochure roughly laid out for a ski resort, and we need to add some pictures to these pockets to make it more pop. So let's start with the cover. We've got this whole big image we want to show, and we don't have an image yet. So there's a couple ways you can add an image into InDesign, just like any other Adobe program. The first way is we're going to go to File. Actually, sorry, before we do that. The first way we're going to show you to do that is we're going to click this frame, this rectangle frame, so it's selected. We're going to go to File, Place. We're going to go to our Creative Cloud files. We'll go to Diamond Slopes. Here's all the images we have. Let's make them a little bit bigger so we can figure out which one we want. Since it's the cover, we want to show something that really shows off the resort and how fun it can be. I think maybe one of these two images would be good. Let's do this one because it has a lot of good negative space on the side. It's a little bit too big for this whole frame, which is fine. So we're going to select the frame. We're going to select this white donut tool that shows up in the middle. And now you see these orange lines show up. So the way it works is we have a frame in now, but inside that frame is this huge image that we need to resize. So we're going to grab this anchor. We're going to hold shift while we do it, and you can start to see the image show up. We're going to drag it down so we can get more of it to show up how we want it to show up. And remember to stay inside those red lines. Those red lines are our bleed lines. For when we send it to print, it'll work right. We're going to drag down also. We're going to grab the white donut tool again. We're going to grab the middle and we're going to drag it over so we can get more of this guy in the middle. Now we're going to hit our W tool so we can see what that kind of looks like. I like that. I'm going to drop down the transparency of it. Drop down the transparency on this little tab right here. Let's try 70%, start there. Do 80%. I think that looks good for right now for a cover. It might look pixelated right now, but that is because we are not in the highest preview right now. So if you go to View, Display Performance, go to High Quality, you can see the image clears up right away. It looks like how it would look when you print. So let's turn down that setting again just so we don't have any performance issues. Now we have these other boxes we need to fill up. I know which one is going to go down here right away. So let's find another way to insert it in there. Let's grab our preview right here of all our photos. And down here, I think this panorama of the whole ski resort will look great. So I'll drag that, drag it straight in there, drop it inside the frame. Now I like it, but I don't like how it's cropping. We'll hit the white donut tool again. It's still a little big. We'll shrink it down. Maybe that'll fix it. Shrink it down a little bit. Let's bring it up a little bit so you can see some of the ski resort. Maybe bring it down so we can see the top of the mountains. Let's hit W so we can go to our preview. I like how that looks. Now we got these other pockets to do. This section I think will be about snowboarders. So there's a third way to add an image. We also have these images in our CC library, so we can get them at any of our Adobe programs and drop them in. And you know, for snowboarder, I kind of like this image almost from a GoPro. We'll click it, drag it. You can see in our cursor we have the image. That means we have it selected. We can drop it anywhere. I want it to drop directly into this frame because I know that's where I want the image. And it's going to be huge for that tiny little image. You can see we have our orange frames again. That's good. We're going to grab the corners. We're going to hold shift so it doesn't distort. Bring it down. Do the same on the other side. Click and drag. think that looks good. I just want to bring it up a little bit just so we get the whole snow border. Bring it over. So I think I want to flip this one to make sure that someone's eye starts here, they zigzag down the image, and then they start reading here. So we're going to select the whole frame as is. Object, transform, flip horizontal. We'll bring it back over to where it was. I like that a lot better. Now for this big image, I think we want to complement the mountains with a picture of the slopes. I think this one works really well. This one does too, but I think this one's a lot closer and it will look better. So we'll do it again from the CC library. We'll drag it. We have it in our cursor. We'll drop it in. Again, it's going to be too big. Grab your white donut tool. Zoom out with your Control minus, Control plus. Grab an anchor, hit Shift, and hold it. Grab an anchor and hold Shift. Now he's got to kind of find the right way to do it. I think since it's a W to see how that looks. I think that looks good. It kind of helps, makes it feel like it's flowing into these individual columns. Hit W again to go to our working format. We got this image over here. For this one, we'll be doing the file place technique again. File, place. Now I think this one, if I remember right, is going to be about skiers. So we'll get a good image of a skier. I think this one works really well. We'll shrink it down again like last time with the white donut tool and selecting the anchors. I like that. Make it a little bit bigger, just so it feels like he's coming into the frame. You don't want his head cut off. I think that looks great. It's a W, see how it all looks? Now this is a great spread already. It looks really fluid. And I mean, from that cover, you're gonna feel like you're actually at the resort. Let's go to the last page. We have one more image there. We have this whole top, that's an image. I think a great way to end that is either with the ski roof, or maybe a picture of the whole resort that you'll actually be staying at. So for this one, we'll grab the image, we'll drag it all the way into InDesign, and we'll drop it into there. Now I think we'll shrink it just a little bit, but I kind of like already how it's cropped in. Let's hit W. I like how that looks. Now let's take a look at our whole document as a whole. Now it's night and day from when we started from. That's going to end it for this tutorial. Next tutorial, we'll be looking about how to enhance this with these images now, and how to add text wraps to some images. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.